Report it. Log on to www.mufon.com. Take the time to fill out MUFON's convenient and anonymous online report form. See a UFO? Report it.
Everybody, I'm just going to say good morning to you on TikTok here before I go live. I am live. I'll be live. Welcome to Cosmic Eye Radio, WESU FM. Hey, Mercury Man, Melanie, Beth, and Dan, everybody out there, good morning. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast at the Apple Orchard last night. We lost power at the phone, but hope you enjoyed seeing the spaceships last night in Vermont. And we had a shooting star last night during our live, and we saw a couple of satellites, a lot of air traffic, and one object in the first 35 minutes. We had one actual object that was definitely not conventional. Good to see everybody here. We're going to go live on the radio in just a minute here, folks. Welcome to the Cosmic Eye Radio Show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon, on WESU FM, NPR Pacifica Radio for 21 years.
Guiding light.
Okay, we're with you here live and direct. Let me just bring the microphone up here. Bring this down, bring the volume up. What's going on with that? And you should be able to, I just tell I have the volume down on here. Oh, it's on the wrong thing here. No wonder. Now we can hear, let's see what's going on here with this. Let's get that out of there. And whatever that was, let's see here. We're good. Not sure what that was. Anyway, welcome to not Encounters, that's nighttime. Man, it's been a long morning. Welcome to Cosmic Eye Radio. Yes, good morning. We do the show Encounters on TikTok on the nighttime at 11 o'clock. Last night we were on live, and we made it through a good portion of our live, and then we lost power. But at least you got to see the spaceships. We had one really wicked looking shooting star that was real bright coming down east. It was it was very fast, very bright. So we saw this big shooting star. That to me was like the highlight of the night. Plus we had one sighting within the first 45 minutes. That was the only sighting we had, and everything else was air traffic. And with the night vision equipment, everybody got to use them. We got to see a lot of, and also without it, we got to see satellites in space, which are a pain in the neck because there's bazillion satellites all over the planet polluting our atmosphere, and I wish we never had them. Because, and also it makes it hard sometimes when people are looking to see spaceships, they see satellites, and they go in a very specific direction. You always know when you see a space satellite that is going one way and there's another one going the other way. They go at a certain speed. They never change speed. They're always going at a certain speed, and the satellites are a pain in the neck. But the good thing is we're trained observers, so I can tell people this is a satellite, this is a jet, this is a plane, this is a helicopter. So we weed out everything when we're looking in the sky, and that's really important. But we did have one sighting, and we had a tremendous shooting star that came out of nowhere. Excuse me. The ships could be triangular, pyramid shaped. They can be any shape they wish to be. It really depends, Biz. Good question. Someone on my TikTok is asking a question. Hey, and we have somebody who just learned Ambassador M. Cloud learned how to use their consciousness telepathically. Congratulations, Ambassador. Good for you. Good going. And thank you, Linda. Yes, there was definitely, I'm just reading comments here for our radio listeners. We have people commenting about last night. See, if you had TikTok, you could have watched the spaceships in overcast skies over Vermont in a remote area. And Ambassador says I learned telekinesis. Very interesting. Very good. Yes, we are on at 11:30 this morning. We're supposed to be here at 11:30. I love seeing the ferries. There were things going on the live last night. On the Vermont side, you were able to see the ferries, the spaceships, and we had responses from the spaceships in Vermont over in the up above the mountains. They responded. It was really interesting. So even though I was live in Connecticut, they heard everything we were asking them to do. Even when April was on, they were responding to April, of course, because she lives there. No, we're in Connecticut. We were in an apple orchard last night doing a special live. I'm answering questions here. We were on TikTok live, and we had April in Vermont, northern Vermont, who was out there. It was cloudy, and as it got dark out, the spaceships came into view. So everyone got to see the spaceships. On our end of it, we had one spaceship sighting, multiple satellites that we viewed with night vision third generation equipment that I brought with me that everybody got to use. The whole group did. We had 7 people in our group in Connecticut, and everyone got to see things. If they had a question, they asked me about it, and I was able to tell them, no, that's just a jet with very, very bright lights. A lot of times you see these jets. You live in Portsmouth, New Hampshire all your life. Oh, cool. Cool, D. Yep. I used to live in Franconia, New Hampshire, and I had some, we had some spaceship sightings in the 70s in Franconia Notch, Franconia, the North Country. I don't know if I've ever told that story, but we did. We had these sightings. For people on the radio side and on the TikTok side, didn't know that. So I've had sightings in New Hampshire, had sightings in Maine with the night vision equipment a few years ago. Had the night vision equipment, and all of a sudden I see this striped spaceship. It was like this really weird looking energy ship with stripes on it, and it just like was going so fast. I caught it on the night vision, and it was zooming out, and it disappeared. It was going out into space or something. It had been in the atmosphere. This thing, I'll never forget it. It just came out of nowhere in my night vision equipment, and it was gone. That's the really cool stuff about night vision. You can see things that you can't see with your human eye. It really is really cool. And I just want to give a shout out to Greg and Elaine. Ashtar Athena in California. Much love to you, Cosmic Sister. And also giving a shout out to Rodney and Karen. Also Jose. And also Jackie holding the fort in Portland. And Jose gets a lot of UFO sightings in California when he's out there in Mexico. Excuse me. And also giving a shout out to Effie and Ron. Giving a shout out to my family here. You know, my family right here. Giving a shout out to my wife and everybody, my daughter, and everybody out there. Hope you're all having a good day. And we're here live and direct right here on the Cosmic Eye Radio on this Sunday morning. So you're in live with us here. And we're going to play a little bit of music as we talk about things. Yeah, she understands. She does. Someone's asking me if she believes. She's aware of it. She's very aware of it. Strawberry. Very good question. Thank you. Oh yeah, she has her own crystals and everything. She's got beautiful crystals, and she is not as verbal about it, but yes, she quietly knows. Absolutely. And we're going to play a song here to get us started. I want to play this song, and it's a song that connects with the stars. Sorry for the coughing. It's dry in the studio here. I'm going to play the song that connects with the stars. And good morning, everybody out there around the world. In the evening, at nighttime at 11 o'clock is our regular show, which is the big show, Encounters. All our Encounter shows, people who are listening on radio, if you've never seen any of the shows, you have to go on my YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. I have just downloaded onto YouTube like 3 or 4 shows we were backlogged, including the broadcast from last night in the apple orchard at Lyman Orchards. That broadcast is also on my YouTube channel. And you'll get to see April and myself on live, her in Vermont, me in Connecticut, with our group in Connecticut. And also you'll get to see the spaceships from Vermont that had appeared. Actually, most of the evening, these ships were appearing over the mountains, and it was quite extraordinary. So if you didn't see that, you're missing a lot, and we don't want you to miss anything. That's why we do and record all our shows onto YouTube, so you can go on YouTube and watch the shows if you missed it. Ashtar Command Spaceship News is our YouTube channel. And so welcome everybody on the radio side, all the travelers that are going on 84, 91, 95, the State Parkway system, Wilbur Cross, Merritt Parkway, welcome to the show, wherever you are. People in Litchfield County, southeastern Connecticut, eastern Long Island, people up in the Pioneer Valley, Amherst, Springfield, up towards Vermont, welcome to the show. Man, good thing I got my tea here this morning. Hey, Rod, good to see you. So we're going to play this song here to start the show. And we will read some UFO reports later on the program. Hope you're enjoying this Memorial Day weekend with your family and friends and just hanging out and relaxing. You know, everyone needs to chill and relax, right? What better way to chill and relax than with the Cosmic Eye radio show right here at WESU FM 88.1 locally in the Connecticut River Valley, NPR Pacifica affiliated radio. Your hostess of the mostest from the stars, CmdrAleon. Check this out. Hey everybody, I'm just got the headphones on here. Hey Johnny, good to see you. Jen, everybody out there. We're in a sky full of stars, brothers and sisters. And please remember to support the mission work, our radio show, what I do here on planet Earth. You can do gifting. I will set the goals here. What are my goals? I just pinned out the hat with the mustache for this morning. So I've got 8 hats with mustaches. Go back to music. And it was A Sky Full of Stars from Coldplay. And everything, with Coldplay, a lot of their songs have a message. And this was one of those songs that, really had a message to tell, And we're all from the stars, really, in truth. You're watching and listening to the Cosmic Eye Ashtar Command radio show every Sunday morning at WESU FM NPR Pacifica affiliated radio here in the United States, broadcasting worldwide at WESUFM.org. WESU 88.1 for the Connecticut River Valley, people in Litchfield County, Massachusetts, eastern Long Island, southeastern Connecticut, and on all the interstate and parkway systems in Connecticut. If you're traveling, you're tuning into a show that's out of this world, I guarantee it. And we're here to bust the matrix. I wanted to say the views expressed at WESU's Cosmic Eye are not the views of the staff or management of WESU or Wesleyan University, but that of the commander. That's right. And as it should be, as it should be. Good to have everybody with us. If you're listening to our show this morning on the radio, on TikTok, welcome. Our big show is nightly, most nights, in the Encounters show, a UFO show that's out of this world, 11 o'clock Eastern on TikTok. If you have TikTok, that's the way you would have to watch it. Also, recorded shows are on YouTube, on my Ashtar Command Spaceship News channel on YouTube. Do check the shows out from previous nights. We have a lot of great shows that you might have missed, and you don't want to miss them. You might have to spend a whole week sitting there in front of the YouTube channel watching my shows that were recorded. Just kidding. But yeah, there you go. And so there's a lot of stuff going on. We are in a situation where we're coming to a point either when we are going to believe that there is life elsewhere in the universe. And I want to talk about that for a little bit, because I think there are still people out there that don't believe that there's life beyond Earth. I'm pretty sure there are people, and we have billions of people on the Earth. I am sure that billions and billions of people on planet Earth, there are a percentage of people, whatever that percentage is, I don't know. But there are people out there that I actually do think don't believe that life exists anywhere except on Earth. And that's a sad state of affairs. If you do believe that, or you don't believe it's possible that there is any life that can come here from elsewhere, I feel sorry for you. I do. If that's what and it's nothing wrong. If that's the way you feel, if that's the way you think, that's the way you think, right? But when we deal with life beyond Earth, and there's been so many people around the planet who have either, in the negative scenario, have been abducted either by our own government or by a combination of our government with negative ETs, or on the other end of it, we have the contactees since the 50s and 60s, when that all started up in our current human history, people that were taken on board ships by what they call Venusians, human beings that looked like us, that were very loving, beautiful people. So you have two scenarios here. The abduction scenario, that has actually stopped. The contactee scenario has just changed, meaning it's increasing. And then you have the percentage of the population, whatever that is on Earth, that still lives in a little cardboard box that doesn't believe there's life anywhere else. But we're just like, life existed here, God created life on Earth, and we're lucky to be here. There are those people out there. Or they'll say, oh, you know what? Why would any intelligent being want to come to Earth and visit us? We're not that intelligent. Why would they come here? And I've read comments like that over the years, for many years, through the internet and so forth. People that think, well, we're not that intelligent. Why would you come here and deal with us? That individual might not feel they're intelligent, but that doesn't mean that the space people, hey, thank you, space people aren't coming here for a reason, for billions and billions of years, beyond our Earth's history. There's been space people coming here for billions of years. Excuse me. And so that's really important to understand, plus the fact that if we were the only life in the whole multiverse, the whole universe, that would be pretty sad. Because then if we destroy our own planet, then there's no life anywhere. So if you really believe out there that we are the only existing life, and there's only amoebas and possibly microscopic, organisms biologically that are really tiny, and that we are the evolvement of something out of nowhere, that God just created a one planet with life called Earth because God said, oh, you know what? I think Earth is a good place to do it. We're going to have life on this planet called Earth. All the other solar systems, galaxies, parallel universes, they won't have life on them. But Earth can have life on it. You know? Crazy. Crazy. So as we look at this, as we look at this perspective of where I'm going, the fact is there's life everywhere. Whether you want to believe there's life everywhere, there is. Now, whether you think the life is advanced, not advanced, or just little microscopic organisms sitting on a rock, hey, each to his own, right? The fact of the matter is that we're going to bust the matrix on this one again. Just I want people to realize that we are not alone in the universe, that there are men and women with families from other planets that are more spiritually evolved, than we are, that are more loving than we are, that live in peace more than we do, and that are coming back to Earth. They're coming back to Earth. Whether you want them to come back to Earth, doesn't matter. At this point, it really doesn't matter. You messed up the planet, not everybody here listening to this show, but on the Earth, there's a large percentage of people in power in different parts of the world that have messed up our planet. And it's still a beautiful planet, but they want to mess it up. For whatever reason, their goal is to mess it up. So the people on Earth don't have a planet they can inhabit and live on for the future of their children. They'll mess it up. But I got to tell you, the star people, the space people, the cosmic people of light are fed up. They've had it. They've had it with the way people are treated on this planet. They gave the governments of the world plenty of time in current human history to set it right. And what did they do? They said it wrong. They made their alliances with negative ETs for technology. They said it wrong. And now they're going to pay for it. They will. I guarantee it. Man, am I amped up today. Now I'm getting amped up. So if you've never seen the Commander amped up or heard me amped up on my radio program, I am amped up. And the fact of the matter is, there's not one government in the world that can stop what's going to happen. There's not one worldwide government anywhere in the world. I don't care if it's the Vatican. I don't care if it's the Pentagon. I don't care if it's the British intelligence community or whatever space agency is existing out there, NASA. None of you can stop what's going to be happening to the planet. None of you. Even if you think you could, you can't. There are fleets of ships that are coming from very far away places beyond our realm. These are ships of light. These are people that live in harmony with the universe. These are people, men and women, that are coming here to assist our planet. They're not here to save us. They're here to reconnect with us. You see, we all have connections to what I call star family. Every one of you do. Whether you're listening on the radio right now, internet, or through the TikTok. We all have family beyond Earth. I'm not talking about, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather. I'm talking about your cosmic biological family. How many people out there in the radio listening audience and in our general audience know that they have family beyond Earth since you were a kid? How many people realize that you have beyond your biological mom and dad that take you on a trip to Disney or wherever you go, that you have a cosmic biological family beyond Earth? How many of you truly understand what I mean? Does anybody out there understand that on the radio? Anybody on the internet? Anybody on here? Anybody? What I'm telling you is the truth. Okay? This is the one thing worldwide control of space agencies and governments will never tell you. They know it's true. They just won't tell it. They know it's true. They just won't say it. I know it's true, but I'll say it. I'm all about disclosure. I'm all about cosmic truth. And I'm all about saying it the way it is. And that's what I do. That's what I've been doing most of my life, in my adult life, when it comes to cosmic reality. We're in a pivotal time period when we are coming to the biggest transformation that has ever happened to humanity. Do you understand this? The biggest transformation, listeners, on the radio side, wherever you are, the biggest transformation ever on planet Earth. Now, in billions of years of Earth's existence, there has been major transformations from other civilizations that have existed before we did. Before the Roman Empire, before all these other things existed, there have always been other civilizations here on Earth. And some of which were more advanced than, obviously way more advanced than we are. And many of those civilizations came and went. There were galactic battles for billions of years. A lot of things went down on Earth way before we existed, right? They don't teach you that in school. They don't teach you that in the universities and colleges and high school and junior high school about galactic history of our planet. They talk about, oh sure, they can talk about astrology, anthropology. They can talk about science. They can talk about astronomy. But there's never a class ever. Have you ever been given an opportunity to be in a class about galactic history and have a teacher that would teach you something about the history of the planet on a galactic level, on a cosmic level? Never. Not in the lifetime I went to school, and I know right now in 2024, there's not a university or college teaching kids about people from other planets. What university or college does that? Really? What high school does that? What junior high school does that? How do the little kids, as they get older enough, to grade school, do they ever learn about the universe, about people living in other places beyond Earth? No. We don't teach the kids that. We teach them, when you're a little kid, you can draw pictures, have fun, play, and as you get older, we teach everybody to be regimented and programmed to exist in a society that's based on a whole illusionary trip. That this is the way it's supposed to be successful, have 2 houses, take trips all over the world, have all the money you can possibly have, be successful. It's not about enlightenment. It's not about transformation for the kids growing up. It's about controlling the population, right? But they can't control the population because we're going to liberate the planet. We're going to bust the matrix. We're busting it because we're telling people the truth. I don't need to go on any websites to find out what the truth is. I already know what the truth is. I already get it. I'm downloaded all the time. Some of you are getting downloads around the world, wherever you're watching or listening to this. If you're new to what I'm doing, welcome. Hey, James, good to see you down there in Florida. So we are going, people that know me know one thing. You cannot stop somebody who knows the truth, because I will bust you down mentally until you understand what I'm talking about. And I stand my ground when I know what the truth is. I will do it in love all over the world. But the governments of the world, they are in for a rude awakening. Because there will be contact. Whether people understand what I mean by contact, I am speaking of direct physical contact at some point soon, where there will be men and women coming off a spaceship that will be wanting to meet people of everyday human life. The question is, are you going to be that person that will be willing to embrace love for somebody you've never met from another planet that's human? We're not talking about ugly monsters here, or sci-fi movies, or all this garbage that I see on YouTube and the internet, where people, when they discuss the whole idea of extraterrestrials, 95% of these UFO people on YouTube they show pictures of ugly-looking space people looking like they're ready to be the zombies of The Walking Dead. That's what they show. That's how they have their discussions. Maybe it entices people to want to watch it because it's scary, but it's not the truth. The people in outer space don't look like monsters. That's Earth-based Hollywood garbage. And I'm saying it right here. And it's also 12 noon. And you're listening to WESU Middletown. So I am fired up. Because people need to stop watching all that garbage and listening to people talk about UFOs and ETs with monster-looking space people for their backgrounds on YouTube or whatever they're doing, or the internet websites. It's all to get the attention of somebody. If they use a good artistic rendition of a monster-looking ET, maybe somebody will read their article that's fear-based. We got to stop it. It's all garbage. We got to stop it. And it's up to everybody. If you see it, you got to confront that person's website or whatever and say, why are you showing pictures of space people that look like monsters when it's not true? It's totally the opposite. The space people are beautiful men and women like us. I mean, they are beautiful people, but we demonize them because we are the ones that have negative intent, and we are the ones on this planet that have no ability to understand what love really is. So therefore, to make it exciting, all these media people with their UFO websites and all this stuff, they figure if they put all these negative-looking space people, in the picture of their website or something, it'll attract attention. And yes, it certainly does attract attention, but it doesn't tell you the truth. And I'm going to put it out there that 90% of the stuff on the web is garbage when it comes to the whole UFO ET phenomena. Total garbage. You heard it. I'm going to stick with it. I own it. I said it. And I will definitely own it. It's garbage. And if those are the people you want to learn from, it's a free will society. You can do it. But if you're watching me and listening to my show, you're going to get cosmic truth. You're going to get enlightenment. You're going to get knowledge and information, because I don't go to other people's websites for it. I don't need to. My whole life has been downloaded information since I was a kid. My contact experience, the one contact that I had when I was in the 60s, which were with space people with light blue outfits. I've told this story before. I never forgot who they looked like. And they were very loving people. They were telepathic. They communicated through consciousness. So when you see stuff on the web and you're curious, your mind says, oh, check this out, and there's an ugly-looking face of an ET. Don't do it. Ignore it. Don't feed into that. Don't ever feed into that. Don't even feed into any fear-based websites with fear-based looking space people. Don't do it. Have the strength to stand up in your own light and seek out the knowledge within you. All the information you need is right within you. Your connections to your star family eventually are within you. They just have to be activated for you to understand that. That's really that's really important. And when you're seeing spaceships, or when people are seeing spaceships, and you really have seen them, and someone says, oh, you're not seeing a spaceship, that's just a little swamp gas up in the sky there, that changing color thing. Oh, that's a swamp gas thing that you're seeing all the way up in the sky that's moving around different directions. Oh, that's only swamp gas. You're not seeing a spaceship. If you have a person like that, tell them they're no longer your friend. You don't need to talk to that person. Find new friends. If that person wants to call a spaceship swamp gas, then they got a little bit of education to go down. Thank you, Debbie. So we are fired up today. You don't want to mess with the commander when we're fired up. You don't want to do it. Because I will bust your matrix in 2 seconds. Guaranteed. And it's all good. I do it in love and light. When I bust your matrix, I'm doing it because I love you out there in the world. That's why I'm busting your matrix. That's why I'm doing it. Speaking of which, we're going to play this one song here. And this song is called Let It Happen. This song is called Let It Happen. And when I was watching the video, Tame Impala, this guy, he's running like he's stressed out. And he's in a material society. And he's going, running, and he's having all these things. Then he's on a jet. And then all of a sudden he falls down on the jet, on the ground, and in the jet. And the stewardess comes over to him. But listen to the words of this song, because it has a lot of meaning. It has a lot of meaning, thank you, in terms of what I'm talking about. It's called Let It Happen, and it's by a group called Tame Impala, right here on the Cosmic Eye. When it happens. And that was Tame Impala, When It Happens. And if you're listening to the song, it had a lot of meaning into it. So that was called Tame Impala, When It Happens. And you're listening to WESU FM 88.1 here in Middletown, Connecticut, in the Connecticut River Valley, on 88.1 locally for the region, also on WESUFM.org internationally on our NPR Pacifica radio station affiliate, and also on TikTok. You're actually watching us on the screen on my TikTok live. So we're simulcasting or multicasting between the internet, the FM side, and on TikTok. And welcome to our TikTok broadcast. If you're just tuning in, our broadcast on TikTok, Cosmic Eye, will be on my YouTube channel later today. Good to see everybody in there. Saying hello to Karen and everybody else there on the TikTok side. Welcome to the show. And we're here with you till 1 p.m. here on this Memorial Day weekend. Hope you're all enjoying it wherever you may be. Also, remember our show Encounters. That is on nightly at 11 p.m. That's our big show. Encounters, the big show at night, where we interview people on TikTok, on the number one social media UFO talk show on social media. It's Encounters. And as I was saying, there's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening off planet, on planet, in our oceans, with the extraterrestrial or the star people. There's a lot of activity going on. The activity that is going on now that people are experiencing, and I've interviewed hundreds of people since last year, the activity that is going on our planet and in the atmosphere of our planet and off planet in our solar system is going to increase. You're not going to hear this on CNN News. You're not going to hear this on NBC. You're not going to hear this on the BBC or the CBC. All right? Or in the China News Agency or whatever. But you're going to hear it here because we're going to tell you what's happening. We're going to tell you what's happening on my radio show, as I've done for 21 years. We're going to tell you what's happening on the number one UFO spiritual talk show on social media at night. We're going to tell it to you. You know, I listen to YouTube and I listen to all these other things, and these people in the suits formally saying, well, we're being visited by so-and-so. Right. You know, we've had people visiting our planet. They're coming to Earth. They're visiting us. You know, and now all these people will talk about the traditional stuff that they always talk about, which is the Zeta or the reptilians. They never talk about the star people. 90% of what I hear out there on YouTube, they never talk about the star people. And you got to wonder why. I mean, if you're going to be a talk show host talking about the subject of life in the universe, you would think that some of these people that have all this money funding their YouTube channels with these real beautiful studios and neon lights, that they would know about the star people. They would know about things like Ashtar Command. Right? You think they would know. Yes, Deborah, they will. They'll be, when the ships come, the ones that are coming of light, they'll be our ships. Yeah, the thing, someone's asking me about the glitch that was on a radar screen coming from the ocean, from Antarctica, that the website, I don't know what the website is, the radar site is, but initially about a month ago, this thing appeared, and the people were saying, oh, it's just a glitch on their website, this radar site. If someone has the name of that site, I'd like to try to go to that website and see if that's still there. So this big hullabaloo on YouTube and on TikTok about this glitch, this big thing in the ocean. Then the thing is, the thing comes back again, and now how many glitches do you have on a website? But this thing looked pretty weird, and we'll have to do a show about it one day. Well, on here, and anyway, we'll have to do a show on the radio part. But if you know about it, you probably won't know about it because that's where the information came from, out of TikTok. You know, and all this stuff going on. There's so many things happening that the major media doesn't want you to know about. No wonder why they want to do away with TikTok. Because Now I'm not saying everything on TikTok is really factual. There's a lot of stuff that is really garbage. But there are people really trying to, promote real information, and you do find it. If you really look, you will find it. There are people that are sincerely here to share real information, whether it be spaceship sightings or whatever. There are people, a good portion of them, that are really good. And that's probably why they want to get rid of TikTok, because we are able to bring you the information that the powers that be don't want you to know about, right? They don't want you to know about this stuff. Hey, Infinity. They don't want you to know about this stuff at all. So if they get rid of things like TikTok, they can say, oh, it's a bunch of, it's all this useless stuff, and the Chinese this and whatever. It's all garbage. We know what the deal is. If the United States government controls TikTok, bye-bye goes all the real information out the window. They can't control it right now, you see? They can't control any of it. So people are being able to post things without being censored. Really, in truth, that's the truth. Scrubs, you can watch my show last night. It's on YouTube, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. You can watch and see the spaceship. Speaking of which, last night was phenomenal. Last night we were simulcasting with April in Vermont, and we were in the field with several people in the apple orchard field, and we saw a shooting star in one particular UFO. I call it unidentified. We saw satellites, we saw aircraft, conventional aircraft. We had one sighting in one of the, we had definitely a shooting star that was pretty big, kind of bluish color. Will we be able to get communication upgrades? Yes, you definitely will. You go on my YouTube channel is Ashtar Command Spaceship News for people on the radio. On TikTok, they're asking me about it. Ashtar, A-S-H-T-A-R, Command, as C-O-M-M-A-N-D, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. If you go there, I've downloaded 3 or 4 shows that were backlogged, including my newest show from last night at the Apple Orchard. You can catch up on the shows there. You'll be able to see everything that's going on. That was recorded, so you're not going to miss anything. You won't miss anything. And good morning. Actually, good morning, depending where you are. It might be morning in the Pacific Ocean area. Good afternoon for people in the U.S. and late afternoon if you're in the U.K. Good afternoon or early evening out there. So we're really seeing some major, yes, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. Thank you. We're seeing some major things happening here. And as I was watching the spaceships last night in Vermont, they were very consistent. Our space brothers and sisters on those ships were communicating through light. They would dim the light, they would come in, they would respond to our questions. From where I was in Connecticut, they can hear me. And April also, well, she's right there in the remote areas of the mountains up there in northern Vermont near the Canadian border. So if you watch that show, you'll see responses to what we were doing. And we had a phenomenal broadcast last night if you missed it. And if you don't have TikTok, you need to download. If you have YouTube and you watch my show, then you need to get TikTok so you can watch me when I'm live. So that's what you need to do. Whatever you think about TikTok, you need to download it so you can watch me live, because there's definitely some good people on there. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff that is whatever, but there are things like what we do to enlighten people and wake people up and help them. So it becomes weird when you're living on a planet. More and more, I find myself disconnected from the Earth for some reason. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that recently. I've been trying to balance out my Earth life with my galactic consciousness, and more, I'm finding the Earth life that I exist with here, it doesn't become always easy, to do what we have to do and complete what we have to complete. But we will complete what we need to do, because that's why we're here, right? So you'll always have those human days when you say, what the heck is going on here? I wish I didn't volunteer to do this. Everyone have those days. Anybody who's fully awakened, have you ever had a day where you're saying, man, take me home to my home planet. I'm just like ready to go home. I'm done. I'm finished. Right? I think it's human to have those feelings. If you don't, then you have no emotions. I think it's a healthy thing to face those feelings and get them out of your system so you can do and live on the planet Earth and still be part of this planetary living, and also be able to also realize that this is not the be-all end-all of your existence. This is not the be-all end-all of our existence. I've met many people who are friends of mine over the years that say, Commander, I'm tired of doing this. I just want to get off this planet and get out of here. I don't blame you. I really don't. It's your feeling. It's the way you feel. You have every right to feel that way, right? I'm the same as you. I get those feelings, But I also know that we're here for a purpose. I also know that every one of you who understands who you are knows that, in truth, even though we feel that way, we are here to make the planet a better place for everybody, right? We're here to make the planet not only a better place to live, but to evolve into a state of consciousness where we live in harmony with the universe, and we are now accepted into a planetary system of peace with other galactic planetary systems beyond Earth. And that's what we're really here to do, I see the day when we all are able to coexist in that framework. I see the day when we all can come together as brothers and sisters of light, that we can meet our star people, our star families, whether you be a Palladian or not a Palladian, whatever star system you remember going to, that we can all come together and be as one, to be in unity with each other, to not be in conflict, to not have wars, to not have weapons to destroy a planet, to not have poisons that we produce to destroy our Earth and our population. We have the cosmic power. We have the ability to shake things up, to make things better. Because we have that ability, and we're coming into realizing it now, the people that run the planet, or think they do, are afraid of us. They're afraid of the fact that humanity is waking up, that you are waking up, that you are becoming more than just a human being following the rules. You're not here to follow the rules of anybody. None of us are. We came here to bust every single matrix in this society. When I say society, on Earth, not a particular country. It has nothing to do with countries or whatever. It has to do with the planet. Kristen on the TikTok is saying a lot more will wake up. You're absolutely right, Kristen. A lot more people will wake up. And Ray says they're terrified. The vibrations are raising massively. They are. On every single level of human life, things are changing. People are tired of being controlled. It's manifesting in many different levels. On the Earth level, it's manifesting where people are getting to realize that they're being controlled by people with all this money and power that don't care about them, right? On the cosmic level, it's manifesting as we're getting rid of the negative energies and the negative ETs off the planet, and we are. They're being shipped off the planet, and they're going to be gone. No more abductions, no more agreements to allow that to occur. All those people are going to pay the price for what they've done to the people of this planet. They will pay the price. And if you don't believe they will pay the price, they know that's why they're afraid. The people that run the Pentagon, all these people that have been covering things up for years, they will pay the price for lying to humanity. Not only for lying to humanity, but for trying to oppress humanity from knowing the cosmic origins of where they come from. You can't keep the lid on something for 70 years and then expect it to go on for another 70 years. Excuse me. It doesn't work that way. They thought it did. All the generals around the world, all the people in power, they thought it did. All the prime ministers and kings and queens or whatever, they thought it did. The heads of the Vatican, they thought it did. It doesn't work that way. You can't continually control the consciousness of humanity and expect humanity to follow suit, to follow orders. You can't. It has to break at some point. And that point is the year 2024, and even slightly before that. It's been building up for years. But now, this humanity, this current humanity, is now ready to go forward. This current humanity is not only ready to go forward, but is ready to shift into a new consciousness. This humanity that is here now will not accept anything less than cosmic change. And I speak to the people of many different countries. I speak to the Pentagon, all the different branches of the Pentagon, to understand, those of you who believe in disclosure that are in the Pentagon, I salute you. For those that don't believe in disclosure of the truth, I do not salute you at all. You need to be dealt with in a way that you will understand what you did to the people of Earth was wrong. The lies, the things that you've presented, and also creating these things like, oh, we have disclosure. Here's some pictures of videos from an Air Force jet, from radar video of a UAP. That's our disclosure. Maybe a few videos on our UFO site from the Pentagon. And now you should just all go back to work. We did the disclosure. You saw some pictures. It's done with. You got your disclosure. We gave you disclosure. Why are you complaining about it? Aren't you happy we showed you some pictures and some videos? We gave you disclosure. You know, we went through the part of our bargain. We gave you disclosure. Now you're going to complain about it? You think we didn't give you disclosure, huh? You think we're still covering up things in the Pentagon that we do not want to tell you the truth? Do you really believe that? We're on your side. We want you to know the truth. We just saw for 70 years you weren't ready for it. And you might still not be completely ready for it until another 100 years. That would make it 170 years. So in 170 years, maybe you might be a little bit ready for disclosure in 100 years. If you can wait 100 years, we'll give you disclosure. Will you agree to that? 100 years from now? Would people wait 100 years more for the Pentagon or any government similar to the Pentagon to give you disclosure? 100 more years? No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to wait 100 years. We're not going to wait 10 years. We're not going to wait 5 years. We're not going to wait 2 years. We're not even going to wait 1 year. Because it's going to happen now. I want to say something I haven't said before. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do this because it needs to be done. During the time I've been on this program, since TikTok, I've told the stories of helping people, where I've sent Ashtar Command spaceships over their location, sometimes 10 or 20,000 feet above their location, and I've sent space people from the command in their homes. And these people that I've sent these ships to that agreed to it have told me their lives were changed because I actually helped them. So I'm putting the word out here to the powers that be all over the world that I'm fully activated. I don't channel anything. I don't have a crystal ball in the studio here. I don't have a pendulum with a purple crystal on it or a blue crystal on it. I don't have cards flipping up in the air telling me what to do. I'm not going to the website on the internet to see if I can learn something about what to do. What I'm saying to you is I'm going to be even more activated in the next 12 months or within the next year. What I am able to do, and people on TikTok who have watched my show know that I can do this. You know I can do this if you've seen this. If I have to do it, I will do this. How many of the people on TikTok know this? And there are people that have experienced it where I sent the ships over their location and they know this to be true. So I'm going to reveal something because as a human being, I've had to go back and forth with this in my consciousness. Do I say anything? I have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Christian, yes, please do. What I'm going to say is not only have I helped people in the healing aspects of things, but I've also gotten rid of the negative ETs in their homes. I've done this actually directly in my lives on my TikTok live. I've done this actually on the live broadcast. What I'm saying is, I believe, and I now understand this to be true. I don't know what the end results are of this, but I am able to send spaceships pretty much anywhere over the planet within the Ashtar Command. I have I don't know what ships I have that I'm involved with in terms of the galactic levels. I really don't know that much about that. I'm still learning things here. Like, I have this ability that I didn't know I had for a long time, but I'm starting to wake up to understanding it. So I have to understand it in order to be able to facilitate whatever it is I'm going to be doing, right? Yeah. All the stuff on this planet is an illusion. All these governments, religions, everything is all created to keep people in an illusionary state of unconsciousness. Absolutely correct. Oh, thank you, Anne. And what I'm saying is, if I want to, I can send a spaceship anywhere in the world if I need to. It's for very specific situations. And I've been thinking about this. I'm still mulling over in my head about sending a spaceship either over the Pentagon or over the Vatican. I'm still meditating on this idea. I'm not sure why I'm doing this or yet figuring this out. I'm still figuring it out. But I'm thinking of sending an Ashtar command ship cloaked over the Pentagon and over the Vatican. I might do both. And for those that don't believe I can do this, that's fine. I don't care what you believe. Anyone who knows me, I can care less what people believe because I know who I am. So if I had to go by people's belief systems, I would be a person that's unsure of myself, where I am, where I'm going, who I am, what I'm doing. I'm completely confident in everything I am and everything I do. I am. I'm content with knowing who I am. I'm still expanding my consciousness. I'm not stagnant. I'm still getting downloads, expanding, and I would hope you are expanding your consciousness too. We're all expanding our consciousness. But I think I will send a ship over the Pentagon, and I think I will send a spaceship of the command over the Vatican, about 30,000 feet above those locations. I'm not set on the date yet that I'm going to do this, but we will do it, and we're going to do it. And if anyone's listening in the Vatican or the Pentagon, and you're wondering what's going to happen, we're going to show you that we exist. You know we exist. You know that we're real. You know that we exist. The commander's going to do it. Like I said, I am human like everybody else. I have a human life. I have a human family. I do all kinds of beautiful things. I love going for day trips. I do all kinds of good things. But on the other side of that, there's the cosmic me. There's the activated me. There's the one that came from off planet with the Ashtar command, me. That part of me is the one that's going to do it. It's all integrated into one. I'm all integrated into one. You are all integrated as you grow. You're going to integrate your humanness with your star beingness, meaning you're going to understand both things exist together as one. There's no separation. When you've integrated your consciousness from your galactic consciousness to human consciousness, you're able to perceive and do things that you never thought you can do. That's what they're afraid of. When we become fully activated in who we truly are, the governments of the world are afraid of us. Because we're not just merely human beings, although some, if you want to just strictly be a human being, that's up to you. We are star people. We are people from other worlds, other planets, other systems. You see what I mean? We don't have to find that out from somebody else sitting in a room. You just have to realize and remember who you are. That's what they're afraid of. When humans remember that they're not just humans with a family that's been around for generations since colonial war days or something, when people realize that they come from the stars and truly understand and wake up to that fact, the governments of the world are afraid of that, folks. Because then they have no control of you anymore. They don't control anything anymore. You see? Hey, Chesno, good to see you, brother. They don't control anything anymore. We all come from the stars. We're all, everyone should be loved and validated. All my friends I know locally who are awakened, I love my friends. I have to love my friends. If I go against loving my friends, then I am being a contradiction in human terms. If you love your friends, love your friends. Embrace your friends, because that's a beautiful part of being here. When we make the connections, the connections I've made with people here through this TikTok, I love all of you. And in the people I don't even know, I love you because I work on that level of light. I don't listen to negativity. I can't. When I hear it, I'm not going to accept it from anyone, anywhere in the world, either if it's on the street, wherever it is. I don't accept it. If that's someone's energy, they need to deal with it. But we're going to do this thing. We are going to send a spaceship over the Pentagon and the Vatican. I don't care if people on Radio Land don't think this is possible. I don't care if people in the media don't think this is going to happen. I don't care. I really don't. I'm speaking cosmic truth here. As you'll know me, I never debate anybody. No matter in my life, whether it's off or on here, on radio, whatever, I don't debate anybody. But I do speak cosmic truth. I honor other people's cosmic truth because other people do have cosmic truth. Many of you do. We're all here together. We're all here together, not only to transform and learn and grow, we're all growing together. We're growing individually on our own time, and we also grow together. And by growing together, we embrace each other. We don't run away from each other. And if anybody says something about anybody and you believe it, don't believe it. Please don't. Because people project their own energy to you and say, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Those people need help. Those people need to get into themselves and figure out what their problems are, wherever they are around the world. We're here to assist humanity and help humanity, no matter what it is. Right? And when you can read energy, and I do that, I can tell if somebody's discombobulated or whatever. I read energy. I never used to think about reading energy. I never knew I could do it. But I read energy. And if I see there's something happening with you, I'll say, what's going on? What's the deal? What's going on in your head? Get it out. Clear it out of your mind. Get it out now. Let's move forward. Whatever it is, it can't be that important. We got to get it together here. And you can know there's going to be a lot of people that are, whether on the social media, on TV, or whatever, they're going to be pushing the agenda of keeping the control of the planet. Everyone's got to get out there and support Humpty Dumpty or something, whatever. The thing is, you don't have to do anything but connect with your source of who you are. You don't have to do anything but connect to the light that you are. And if I love you as my brother and I love you as my sister, I love you. That's unconditional love. You see, you can't be conditional with one person and not with the other person. But if the other person is saying things that aren't based on positivity and love, you don't have to talk to that person. You don't have to listen to that person. Don't. Why? Why would you? We got enough of that garbage going on planet Earth. You don't need to, right? But when you listen to me, when I do my broadcast, I'm all about people coming together. That's why they sent me to Earth, to bring people together, to break the barriers, to break all this garbage and nonsense, people arguing about stupid things that have no importance to anything. The fact that spaceships do exist from other worlds, people need to start to realize they do exist. They are here. There are people on those ships coming here. They're not just flying by themselves. They're not a bunch of drones. They're not swamp gas. They're not little birds flying in the sky. They're not bats. They're spaceships with intelligent people on board these ships. I will say it loud and proud. There are people coming here from other star worlds, star planets, that are here, that are part of our cosmic family. If you don't believe that, and you say you are a light worker anywhere in the world, then you better go back and meditate and see what a light worker is. You better meditate and figure that out. You better meditate and get in touch with yourself a little bit. If you believe there is life elsewhere, I'm speaking to our radio audience, the internet audience, everybody, I'm saying it very clearly because I have no confusion in my head about what I'm saying here. If you believe in the existence of intelligence beyond Earth, that there are people that are coming here to assist our planet, then believe it. Then live it. Then breathe it. If you say that a bunch of spaceships aren't spaceships, and they are spaceships, then you need to go and just reflect on what you believe out there. Because there's a lot of people out there in the world, they can see all these YouTube videos, and there's a lot of garbage on YouTube. I get it. There's a lot of fake stuff. There's a lot of CGI stuff, and luckily I go through a lot of it. But I've seen a lot of good videos, and I have people documenting their experiences with space people. I know one person, he doesn't come on my live, but I've seen his videos. And he's actually having contact with star people. And I've talked to him offline, messaging. So there are people privately having contact with space people right now, all over the world. You know? We have to get to the point where if we are about transformation, about love, about light, about having a planetary system that lives in peace called Earth, then we need to be the catalyst for that change. You know, there's a lot of people out there from the New Age community to the cosmic New Age community that are in groups, you know, and they have their crystals and they have their nice looking things, but that's just the surface. The crystals don't mean anything, you know. The crystal balls don't mean anything. The purple crystals, the the amethyst, all this stuff is meaningless. When you talk to the person, find out if that person really is like their crystal. Is that person like an amethyst crystal? Is that person like a selenite crystal? Is that person like a Lemurian crystal? What I'm saying to you is, you know, when you look at the cover of a book, it can be the most beautiful cover in the world, but then when you get inside the book, it's not the same thing as the cover. When you get inside the book, that person is not the same so-called loving person that's inside the book in each page. I'm saying the truth here, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, be aware of those people, the lovey-dovey folks on the surface. Let's see how lovey-dovey they are about our space people and how lovey-dovey they are about contact. Do they really want it, or are they just afraid of it? What do they want? It's 15 minutes before 1 o'clock. The commander is amped up. This show is being recorded, by the way, and it will be on my YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. And I'm also, on another note, I'm going to be sowing seeds today, watermelon seeds. For those of you who know, I grow watermelons organically. So I'll be doing that at some point today and putting more strawberry plants in. But other than that, I'm speaking truth. Now, my truth might not, I can't even speak English now. My truth might not be your truth. Maybe it is. Maybe our truths come together. Maybe my cosmic understanding has helped you. Maybe. And if you're just finding this show, you're going to want to watch me tonight at 11 o'clock on Encounters, our nighttime show on TikTok. If you don't have TikTok, folks, on radio or internet, download it. Download it so you can watch the show on TikTok, Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. It's a beautiful day out here. It's really a beautiful day as I'm looking out the radio station window here. And we're definitely going to enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you, Ray Ray. And Heather says, maybe our individual truths are puzzle pieces, and when we share, we come together to form a full. That's interesting, Heather. I like that. I like that very much. Susan says, I started my watermelon seeds yesterday, and my strawberries, good. I'm getting everything put in this weekend, what's left of it, between now and Monday. And yeah, on another note, that's a beautiful thing. But it is really imperative that people go within themselves for the truth. You know, I don't care if someone's on TikTok or on YouTube or whatever. And I've said it before. If what I say rings true for you, if what I am giving you here on radio and on TikTok rings true for you, go for it. All I'm trying to do is help you get inspired, to get fired up and woken up to your own self. I'm not here to control anybody. I'll say it, and I'll say it 10,000 times. All I'm here to do is bust the matrix and wake people up. What you do physically, what you do mentally is up to you. You know, all I'm doing is getting the ball rolling, and now you have to take the ball and you can create whatever you want with the ball. You know, you can go anywhere you want with it. I don't control that ball. It's not my place to. My goal is to help you understand that you're more than what they tell you to be. You're more than what you've been taught in school to be. You're more than just becoming a lawyer, a doctor, a physician, an astronomer, a teacher, a scientist, a garbage man or a garbage woman, taxi driver, a factory worker. You're more than all those earth-based things. A tax consultant, a government employee. No, you're more than that. Way more. Right? Way more. You know, that's right, Rod. If you can lie to yourself, you are not woke. If you can lie to yourself, you're not woke. Very well said. And Alicia says, we are more than our physical bodies. Yes. Yes, Alicia. We are more than our physical bodies. We have to change, but we have to do it on our... We can work collectively with one another to help each other, but we also have to take time for each other to meditate, to go within, facilitate that change that we wish to be. And if we can do that, then we will make great efforts to make things way better. I'm going to play this song here. I'm coming up to 10 minutes before the hour of 1 o'clock. Karen will be on next at 1 with singer-songwriters, women who are singer-songwriters. She does a great show right here at WESU FM. Also, we've raised over $12,000. Please subscribe. What am I talking about? Please support WESU by going to wesufm.org/pledge. And when you do make a pledge to the station, any amount will do. It helps. Just make a note in your pledge that you're supporting the Cosmic Eye. If you wish to send in a check or money order on wesufm.org/pledge, you can download the form. When you have the money, send in your check or money order and say that you're donating on behalf of the Cosmic Eye radio show. And I didn't mention that, but we are in a pledge drive, and we would certainly love to have your support. I can't mention it enough here. So that is something. Go to wesufm.org/pledge. There's also some premiums, t-shirts, and other things, ESU paraphernalia that you can get. Or if you just unconditionally don't care about the paraphernalia, just make your pledge either online. We do take major credit cards on the website. And also, if it's not something you want to do online, just download the form and mail in the check or money order when you have the money. All right? And we are non-corporate. We are listener supported. So we do things here that you can't do on commercial radio, and we're proud of it. Even other non-commercial stations don't do what we do here, and that's a lot, you know? So yes, please support WESU FM, folks. I'm going to play this song right now, and I think this is apropos. Check this out.
How can I tell you that I love you? I love you, but I can't think of right words to say. I long to tell you that I'm always thinking of you. I'm always thinking of you, but my words just blow away. Words just blow away. It always ends up to one thing, honey, and I can't think of right words to say. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wherever I am, girl, I'm always walking with you. I'm always walking with you, but I look and you're not there. Whoever I'm with, I'm always talking to you. I'm always talking to you, and I'm sad that you can't hear. Sad that you can't. It always ends up to one thing, honey, when I look and you're not there. I need to know you, need to feel my arms around you. Just feel my arms around you, like a sea around the shore. Each night and day I pray, in hope that I might find you.
Hope I might find you.
Because heart
Let's do no more.
to do. It always ends up to one thing, honey, still I kneel upon the floor. Whoa, 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 how can I tell you that I love you, but I can't think of right words to say. I long to tell you that I'm always thinking of you. I'm always thinking of you, but my words just blow away. Just blow away. It always ends up to one thing, honey, and I can't think of right words to say. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right, folks, stay tuned next for Karen with women singers and songwriters here at WESU FM. I'm CmdrAleon, and I'll see you tonight at 11 here on Encounters. Tonight. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good.
And so the summer season begins.
Yes.
Not different from the spring one.
Oh, this will be good. I'll be
Good with that.
hot and good. And I was talking to Karen, our person that's going on next. And we are here with you folks. Well, thank you, Bye for us. We appreciate it. Yeah, with Vermont, Gypsy Tia. If you go on my Astro Command Spaceship News, you can watch the show from last night on Encounters. We saw a shooting star, and we had one sighting in the first 35 minutes in Connecticut at the Apple Orchard. But in Vermont, April had tons of spaceships below the cloud level that appeared as it got dark out. Thank you. So yeah, you can see that. You can see all the documented video footage of the ships. Yeah, so this way, that's why I have all my shows on YouTube on my Astro Command Spaceship News channel, so people that missed the show can actually see it today. Linda says, I'm so emotional lately. Yeah, there's a lot of energy coming in to the planet, so it's affecting your emotions. It definitely has done that to me. I know my emotions have been all over the place. So yeah. It's always, that's true. It's always a space party, April. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. And we are, like I said, probably after, like sometime in July, we're going to have April come down to Connecticut with her daughter. And so that's in the planning stages. So as soon as she gets back on her feet, physically and everything, we're gonna do it. Good to see everybody here. It's just a really beautiful day. I got to get all my watermelon seeds sowed today, and I got to put in strawberry plants and a blueberry plant in my micro farming thing. So I micro farm my light garden. I micro farm watermelons, grapes, strawberries, and now I'm adding blueberries. Beyond doing cosmic work, I do enjoy getting into the earth and growing things. I think many of you do too. I hope many of you are growing your own gardens this year, growing vegetables and things like that, Are these events going to be open to any of us going, or just your team? For the moment, well, the CE5 events are open to everybody in whatever country you live in. You can create a CE5 event. Just download the app. Eventually, there'll be major contact for everyone, but there'll be teams of 5 in different parts of the world that will be forming. Our team will be going as a team. April, myself, Chesno, Johnny, Kit Kat, who was with us last night in the Apple Orchard. Chris came up with her. Chris from New Jersey, who's an archaeologist. He came up with Kit Kat, and they're beautiful people. And she's going on the spaceship eventually. So we don't know when that is. The space people know that. We don't know it. But when it's going to happen, we'll know it. We'll know it. But there'll be groups of 5 in other parts of the world that'll be forming. And that is going to be an ongoing thing. Debbie says, I want to plant basil, parsley, and cherry tomatoes. Good. Today's a great day to do it. I plan to get all this stuff done today. Hey, Woody Chicken, good to see you. So I've always loved growing, micro farming, and part of my light work is that I love to just, thank you, Stella Bella, and we love you too. I love to grow watermelons. I don't know, it started a number of years ago. I, for some reason, wanted to grow watermelons. I had no idea why. Any t-shirts for sale? I don't have any, unfortunately. I actually created this t-shirt that says no farms, no food. I created it myself. The image was already there, the tractor. I just added the tractor to it. So I created the t-shirt myself. Oh, Anderson, you had another experience. Interesting, Anderson. Good to see you, by the way. Good afternoon. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, definitely one of these nights we'll have you on for sure. For now, I'm going to be going out and finishing up my micro farming and get everything planted, all the seeds sow. I got to sow some seeds. and I'll feel like I've accomplished. I have to finish accomplishing this thing. I got to get it done before tomorrow, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to definitely grow those wonderful watermelons. And the strawberries are starting to get color. I'm adding about 19 more strawberry plants to my microfarming. So yeah. What are you checking? You're absolutely correct about that. The pharmaceuticals don't want anything to exist except their drugs to make profits on and mess people up on planet Earth. Hey, Disco, blessings to you. Watermelons, Lamia, it takes, depending on the variety, anywhere from 65 to 100 days, depending on the watermelon. There's a lot of varieties of watermelon. If you're interested in growing watermelon, now's the time to get the seeds. Depending where you are. If you're in the U.S., you need to get the seeds now. Get some good cow manure or chicken manure. Mix it into the soil. Make sure your soil's good. Plenty of sunlight, and you can grow some really good watermelons. Oh, you're welcome, Anderson. All right, folks, we're going to get out of here. I'll see you tonight. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the afternoon in my garden. And you all have a great day. Take care. Love each other. Hug each other. And we are moving forward with this cosmic transformation. And we're moving forward with contact. And the planet's going to be a way better place because we're all going to make it that way. All of you are involved. Every one of us are involved. You know? Hey, Lama, take care. Yeah, so you grow Bifrost. Get some, go to Baker Creek Seed Company. Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, everybody. If you're going to grow some watermelon, go to Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. They have some good watermelons out there. They're all heirloom, organic, and Baker Creek has an online site. You can order some seeds now. If you're going to grow watermelon, get the seeds now. Don't wait a month. Get them now. You got to plant the seeds or sow the seeds now, right into the ground, and make sure you've got some good chicken or cow manure that is really composted. All right, enough for me on the farming thing. Yeah, micro farming is basically a small area versus like a regular hobby farm or a big farm. So what I do is 15 by 30 areas together. I call that micro farming. Yeah. All right, folks, I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you later. I'll see you guys tonight. Take care. You've been watching the Cosmic Eye radio show here at WESU FM.